What's up everyone? Alex here. In all my years I've been playing video games, I've always dreamed of playing an awesome video game version of Takeshi's Castle. Dubbed MXD in the United States, Takeshi's Castle was originally hosted by the legendary actor Beat Takeshi, who then prompted over 100 participants each week to try and take over his castle by going through a series of ridiculous challenges for a chance to win something. With the release of Fall Guys on PS4 and Steam, my dreams have finally come true, and sure enough, it's the perfect game to play when you need a break from the usual video games you've been playing. Fall Guys is published by Devolver Digital and developed by the folks at Mediatonic. If the developer's name sounds familiar, it's because I covered one other game of theirs very recently.
Use your CPU, locate every clue, make the right connections, and we'll find what's true.
The goal of Fall Guys is quite simple: win. But that won't come easy, of course. You have to not only compete against 59 other Fall Guys, but also participate in a slew of ridiculous events for a chance to win the coveted crown. The crown is but one of two different currencies you can use to acquire costumes, cosmetics, and other fun little accessories for your character, and the game's seasons are formatted similarly to Battle Royale games in that there are prizes you can earn just by simply playing the game repeatedly. What I love about Fall Guys is that it's very simple to play and just as fast to get into. I'm playing this on the PS4, so apart from the requisite left analog stick to control your Fall Guy, you'll be pressing X to jump, square to dive, and R2 to grab. That's it, that's the controls. That said, your Fall Guy is designed to be a little imprecise on purpose, combined with interacting with other Fall Guys, as well as getting through the various and ridiculous obstacles put in your path, creates a kind of fun and sometimes random chaos. All these little elements add up to a kind of emergent gameplay that puts every player on a level playing field, as both the obstacles and the players work in concert to deliver a different experience every time you jump into a new show. Speaking of, Fall Guys presents each gameplay session as a show, with different events presented depending on the collective player base's performance and the number of surviving Fall Guys. Each show typically runs about 10 to 15 minutes long, and I'm of the opinion that that's the perfect length for a competitive game such as this to allow ourselves to stop wallowing in our failures and, instead, encourage us to just play the game one more time. When Fall Guys came out, I didn't expect to be playing the game the entire day, and despite the day one server issues, the matchmaking was quick, the loading times between levels were fast, and I was starting shows one after the other after being eliminated, learning the tricks and techniques on how to traverse the game's tricky set of challenges. If you've been a fan of Takeshi's Castle, you'll immediately notice that some of the events resemble a lot of the events that you've seen from the show, which shouldn't be a surprise. Many of Fall Guys' events follow the kind of design ethos that the TV show dictated, funneling a bunch of players through its first set of challenges, then subjecting them through dastardly challenges that become increasingly difficult as time goes on. The challenges you face will not only rely on individual skill, but also others as well. From time to time, Fall Guys will group you into teams with its own unique set of challenges. While some might get frustrated by the lack of ways to communicate with your teammates, I see this as yet another emergent element of the game, something random that you can possibly have some control over. I often play defense during some of these team games, and I find that doing so is often very helpful when trying to win in these games. And if your team loses, you can always jump into a brand new show, and you'll always be rewarded at the conclusion of each show. To increase the odds, you can also team up with 3 friends and play the game together. Sadly, there is no local couch co-op for the game, but Mediatonic has said that it would be a feature they'd consider should more people ask for it. They just didn't have time to look into it because they wanted to release the game so people can play it right away. Presentationally, Fall Guys has a very solid art direction, and one that lends itself to fun, positive play. Each Fall Guy is practically a jelly bean with cute eyeballs, and you can dress them however you wish. The challenges in Fall Guys are mostly themed after sweets and fruits, and its bright and vibrant colors help lighten the feelings of elimination each time that happens. These visuals create a deceptively inviting atmosphere that quickly turns chaotic once the events begin, but I never get tired of looking at them all the same. The developers have mentioned that new events are going to be in development, so the future of the game seems really bright. After all, 1.5 million people already played it. Fall Guys is free for PlayStation Plus subscribers on PS4 for the month of August, and available for purchase on Steam right now. If you have a PS4 and a PS Plus subscription, I highly recommend downloading it and taking it for a spin. I'm certain that you and your friends will have a ton of fun playing it. On that same note, I've been looking for a good community game to play that we can all enjoy, and I'm thinking this fits that requirement perfectly. Anyways, for those who have played the game, I'm curious what you think. Post your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you online.